Morning everyone, hope you're doing well. This morning I'm going to be talking to you about how the enemy is in you, not someone else. Hi, my name's Joe Horton. I'm the host of the High Impact Dad Show. Let's go. So today I'm going to be talking about why the enemy is in you and not someone else. And you will be looking at that and thinking, what is he talking about? And understandably so. But I think there is a big reason why the enemy is in you, and that is because in this day and age we tend to externalise things. When stuff goes wrong or stuff doesn't go right, what we tend to do is blame someone else or blame something else. We abdicate responsibility. So rather than looking at our part in what's gone wrong or our part to play in matters, what we tend to do is we look at other people's part to play in it, and we see whether we can apportion some kind of responsibility or blame or something else onto someone else. Because what that does is it conveniently means that we don't have to look inwards at our own actions. And that's a tough thing to do. That's a tough thing for a lot of us to do. And I've done this in the past in a work environment and at home and in relationships, where I've tended to look at other people and say, well, actually, it's their fault. The reason that this is going the way it is because of them. The reason that this didn't happen is because of them. And it's an all too easy thing to do. It's totally inconceivable for us to actually look hard at ourselves and take 100% responsibility. Just let that sink in for a minute. It's inconceivable for our ego to take 100% responsibility for our actions and really look hard at the part we played in it. And we see this playing out in the wider world right now, in the state of the society at the moment, where people just don't look at what they've done to contribute to something. It is all about blaming someone else. And when you look in the mirror and you finally say to yourself, it's on me, your life will change. Because at that very point, what happens is you stop blaming other people. You actually start to look very hard in the mirror at yourself, and you decide what it is that you've done which has contributed to the situation. And it could be a small thing that you've done that's contributed to the situation, or it could be a massive thing that you've done that's contributed to the situation. But either way, the actual process of beginning to look at yourself, being able to understand yourself and be aware of yourself and what you've done and what you haven't done is a very, very powerful thing to be, and a very powerful place to be. And you will find that most people can't do this. There's probably a small percentage, maybe 1 or 2% of people that can do this. And those 1 or 2% of people are doing some incredible things that the other 98% of people can only dream of. So being self-aware and noticing when you're what I call weaseling out, you're weaseling out, and you know that feeling when you're weaseling out, don't you? You can feel it in your gut. When you start to weasel out, you feel dirty about yourself, you feel humiliated, you feel shameful, you feel guilty, because you know deep down that you are weaseling out and taking responsibility. And so the biggest takeaway that I can give you from today, which I want you to start saying when you can feel that feeling deep inside your gut when you're weaseling out, is to repeat these words over and over again. It's on me. It's on me. It's on me. These things aren't on anyone else. They're on me. And when you can start to do that on a regular basis, your life will change dramatically for the better. Now, if you want to find out about some of these techniques that I'm talking about in these videos, and if you want to check out a bit more about what I'm doing over at Guild of Dads, the best way to do so is by downloading my free ebook, which is the VAM Blueprint. You can grab a copy completely free over at guildofdads.com/VAM, which stands for Vision, Action and Meaning. You can also get involved on the social media channels, and you can check out the weekly podcast, which goes out each Friday with visionary men who are unpackaging some of the ideas I talk about on these thrice weekly videos. So until then, have a great day and live a life of vision, action and meaning.